What's up guys, I'm randomfrankp, and today's video is going to be going over what I think is the most common overlooked aspect when it comes to improving your setup, and it has to do with one question that I get in nearly every single video regardless of what the video is about. Now also for this, we're gonna go vlog style. Doesn't have to be a formal video, we'll make it fun. I know you guys like when I do vlogs and switch it up every now and then to like a hybrid type video, but yeah, we're not gonna waste any time. Let's start it off today. You know, if I zoom in so you can't see all the junk and boxes in the background, it also makes it seem like my studio is a lot cleaner than it is. All right, so there's a few different things we'll go over later, including some other desktop mods. If you remember in the last setup vlog, I got a brand new wooden desktop. We're gonna add the legs so it doesn't sag over time, some lighting, things like that we'll worry about later. But like I said, the most common and overlooked aspect to any setup. And it all starts right here. The desktop wallpaper. Now, I know you might roll your eyes, it might sound dumb, but as the host of Room Tour Project, I go through thousands of submissions. And almost always, the desktop wallpaper could either make or break a setup. So we're gonna talk about different techniques, ways, and tips that you can match your setup to the wallpaper, including this one that I always get questions about, different animated wallpapers, because believe it or not, there's more to it than just the face value of just a wallpaper. All right, so the first thing we're gonna talk about is fitting it to a theme. And I'll be using Wallpaper Engine for this. It's software you can buy on Steam for only $4. I have showed off this probably 3 or 4 times on the channel before, so I'm not gonna do an in-depth review or a video on this. But what you wanna do is fit it to a theme. So for example, what I like to do is when I go into my installed ones, during the winter time, I will find a winter themed wallpaper, as you can see. So nice and snowing and stuff like that, some snowy, foggy woods going on. Maybe it's summertime, you want something nice and, well, I don't know, energizing. And finding things that have some motion is always good too. As you can see here, though, the water, it looks like it's moving because it's animated. There are just tons of different ones you can go to, fit a certain theme, fit a certain aesthetic. But like I said, I just think having something like appropriate to the season is definitely cool. Now, the one that I use that I get questions about all the time is Night City Cyberpunk 2077 True 4K. This is the one that I've been getting questions about all the time. And as you can see, it's sort of like this animated, cyberpunk world. And it looks pretty cool as a background because you notice the motion. That's why I get a lot of questions and comments about it, because you notice the subtle motion going on. So this one, what I do is I have it right now set to clone, so you guys can just see the fit image right here. But to span it, I go to stretch, and that's what stretches it across all 3 of my monitors. And depending on your monitor setup or your orientation, you always want to stretch it so it's not, cloned, because when it's cloned, it looks dumb. And you can also have different wallpapers for different monitors and stuff. But like I said, you don't want all 3 the same on one. And I'll show you a few examples of why everything just looks better spanned across all your displays, regardless if you have 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. It just makes it more unified. Obviously, finding a wallpaper for one monitor is pretty simple, but say you have more than one, like 2 or 3, mainly 2. Let's keep it 2 for this example because it's gonna make more sense. If you have 2 monitors side by side, again, never clone, never use 2 of the same for each monitor. What you wanna do is either invert it or reverse it. Yeah, what I mean by that is literally whether it's going into some photo editing program or some way that you could inverse an image so that it is flipped. You want to have that so it's still gonna go along with the wallpaper that it's next to, but really just be the inverted end of it, so it still flows naturally. Thankfully for this one, it's essentially a 4K video for the Cyberpunk wallpaper, so it looks great spanned across all 3 still. And again, it's in the background, it's out of focus, but you notice the subtle motion. And there is literally thousands and thousands of wallpapers you can go into Discover or Workshop. Don't know why they have 2 different tabs here, but there are, I don't even know, I wish it would tell you how much, but there's over 1,000+ pages. Let's see, can we go to the last page? No. But yeah, anything you could think of, from a game, a movie, a theme, a color, whatever, they have all right here. You could sort by the most popular of the year, week, month, the day, most upvotes, subscriptions. So you can literally, I'm telling you, find anything you think of in a wallpaper, which is really cool. If you like DVA, you can just hit subscribe, it'll download. Okay, so without skipping a beat, let's just forget that happened. But yes, you guys get the idea. You want to find a wallpaper that's gonna fit you, your setup, your theme, and the season, if you will. Try to find them animated, it'll make it look better. So answering that first question, this wallpaper I use is Night City Cyberpunk 2077 in 4K. Also, for a tip, I find that a lot of times if you have plants on your desktop, having a green wallpaper or something, with vegetation, whether it is plants or trees, something like that, in the wallpaper makes it look really good and stand out as well. And going along with that, say you're having trouble finding a theme or a certain wallpaper that will match yours. I would say tend to keep it more on the minimal side, nothing too busy. But also, if you're matching it with colors, reference a color wheel. You want to either have a wallpaper that's gonna be the same color as your theme or the direct opposite to complement it. That's just gonna make it pop and stand out more. All right, so the big takeaway, I know I was rambling for a bit, but never clone your wallpapers. Find one that's big enough so you could span it or reverse it. And trust me, as you saw with the examples I used, that took a long time to Photoshop, it will look much better in the end. Now, as you could tell, it is a new day. I aimed to film the entire vlog all in one day yesterday, but I realized half of it, there was no audio because my mic died. So last night I had to record a lot of the audio, or re-record a lot of it. Anyways, still a lot to do today, but the first thing I want to do is add support to the desk so that it doesn't sag over time because it's solid wood. Again, the last vlog, we got a completely new wooden desktop, but I didn't get a leg. I got something else for it. Okay, so coming under the desk, the support bracket I got is this massive L-shaped one. It is made of steel, very solid. I actually thought I bought it in black and I was gonna have to paint it white, but I guess I forgot that I did order it in white. So when I mount it here, it will be mounted to the wall. It won't stick out enough because you can see like really where it goes to. It won't stick out so I won't accidentally kick it because that would hurt. And it'll be a lot easier because I could just drill it into the wall. And again, not have to worry about an actual leg coming down in the middle of the desk. Next step is then going to be mounting this cable, raceway, gutter, whatever you want to call it, underneath in the back over here on the right side, so that way I could route the cables from my keyboard and my amp and DAC underneath, because I'm definitely not going to drill a hole in this beautiful wooden desktop like I did on the old IKEA one. Unfortunately, while that made it, easier, I'm just not going to do that to this desktop. Oh yeah, much better, a lot cleaner as well. It's taken me too long to spray paint that outlet cover. I know it's stuck out. But yeah, desk is fully supported now, looking a lot better. Cable management under control. And I didn't even bother doing it because it was just whatever. But as you can see, I added the white LED light strip behind the desk. And I picked up 2 of these because, first off, it's very hard finding just a pure white LED light strip that is also USB. So I just plug it into the back of my PC, and then when I turn on my PC, it illuminates instead of having to plug it into the wall and then manually turn it on when I want it to, on and off. So yeah, this is 3 meters of 6,000 Kelvin, which is just under 10 feet. So it's a really nice, length to line the entire backside of my desk. Again, just for some extra glow and stuff in the background when you see the desk, I think it looks good. Okay, and then since we're still, on the topic of wallpaper for this vlog, the next thing I'm gonna do is something I've never really done before, and that's actually apply wallpaper to a wall. So I'm in one of the spare bedrooms in my house that I'm gonna be converting to be another kind of secondary filming area, a nice little clean and minimal setup over here. Again, just to have another sort of office workspace and a different area to film. So I'm gonna apply some wallpaper right here, and it's different than just a regular wallpaper. It's gonna kind of have a concrete look to it and texture, which I think will definitely be different and just add a nice, contrast to the room when it's complete. I have a vision for it. You'll see it probably July or something when it's all done and put together. Man, this poof is serious. All right, so it actually didn't take too long, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. The worst part was just when you get to the end, it's hard to like fish the back of the paper down and then smooth it against the wall when you're hitting up against the wall. But yeah, altogether, again, it's not gonna be in focus because when I have the desk set up and stuff, it's gonna be out of focus, just adding some texture and stuff to the background. And I will say the print itself up close isn't that high quality. But from afar, it looks pretty fine. You can't tell where each of the panels line up because of the texture. It's hidden pretty well. And it does kind of have more of a bluish tint to it. But again, in this room, I have no lights in here. So with the natural light coming in from the window, like this wall is gray, but it looks a little bit on the warmer side. So the white balance is all off until I get some lights in here, but not too bad. So yeah, a video entirely vlogging about wallpapers, digital and the tangible physical type. So hope you enjoyed. I will put some of the product stuff down below that I used. If you want to check out this wallpaper, I'll put that down below as well. But yeah, just like I said, Wallpaper Engine, one of your best bets. And I hope this video helped you out in giving you some more setup tips. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And last, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.